Hello there everybody, it's Beedrill and Nolsey, and you join me for a brand new review. And as you can see today, I'm going to be taking a look at Robot Toys RTD02 Beedrill, aka Beast Wars Scale Waspinator from Beast Wars. And here he is. Here is Robot Toys RTD02 Beedrill, aka Masterpiece Waspinator from Beast Wars. This is him in his alt mode, his Wasp mode. This is absolutely just incredible. It is a relatively quite a nice, decent sized figure. It has, I mean, this like the butt of the Wasp mode. This houses his legs as well, but it's actually really clever of how they've engineered this because it actually extends more in order to compensate the legs. But in robot mode, this actually becomes shorter, so it's not as big. So it's absolutely incredible. You've got these 4 transparent plastic wing accessories that they're in the box, but you just pop them on yourself afterwards. I don't know if I've got this guy properly transformed when it comes to this section. Basically, when you put his robot mode arms inside, you're supposed to be able, as you can see here, there's like a peg right there, and this like little shoulder piece here. That port is supposed to plug into there, but for some reason, no matter how I configure it, I just cannot put that port into there. I think somewhere, even though he does look okay, unfortunately, he does have head syndrome going on. That's his robot mode head. It's popping out there. I think it's supposed to be a bit more further in, maybe. But for the purpose of the review, this is pretty much near on where it's supposed to be. But this is the mode. All that really goes on in this mode is that you have articulated, individually articulated legs. These are not very strong, so unfortunately, when you put him down on a surface, they don't do a very good job of holding him up, which is a bit of a shame. But other than that, it is pretty cool. What I do love as well is that the head, the jaw moves, so you can bring these pieces in, or you can bring them individually, move them outwards. So it's almost like you can make him express stuff. It's actually really, really cool. You've got this like a rubber. The antennae are like a rubber, so pretty robust. But I will be very careful with some of these parts because over time these will probably come away because of stress. I don't know. I am a little bit. The way that you transform this and put the arms in the chest cavity, the chest it's designed in a way to sort of flex a little bit, so in order to like compensate the head when it goes inside the body. I will just say a slight little friendly warning. Only maybe transform this maybe once or twice, because I have a feeling over time the plastic might start getting stress marks as a result. If you transformed it a bit too regularly. But as you can see, the engineering on this is just incredible. Yes, that is the top of the leg, but what can you do? I mean, this actually pops out as well, which is the stinger. It is just absolutely incredible feat of engineering to really, because Waspinator is probably one of the most complex his alt mode for Waspinator is probably the most complex to try and get right because of where would you put the legs, and there's a lot going on within such a small little mode, with him being a wasp, of course. But no, I mean the color application to this, just beautiful, shiny. The paint on the green is incredible, and you've got the purple accents which are gorgeous. You've got a lighter green in the mouth area, then you've got this yellow and black on the back, and then you've got a lighter green on the bottom, like a lime green. Well, I don't know, but yeah. This underneath here, the head, that rotates for robot mode. So this is the robot mode part that flips back round, and then you've got this darker piece for alt mode. So it's really clever. Let's get him transformed and let's have a look at that robot mode. First things first, we're just going to push this little stinger as far in as possible, because it just sort of just pokes out a little bit slightly. Then we're just going to pull it apart and it just comes out like this. Then what we can do then is this all comes up, as you can see. These are his robot mode legs, so we just extend the legs. You got a little bit of ratchet in those joints as well, which will be, some people will really enjoy that, especially myself. Extend the feet like so, and then you just pull them apart a little bit. Now what we do, we just come to this bit here, sorry, this collapses in like that, and then this back bit, let me try and remember, yeah, that just collapses inside this bit here. So it collapses inside, and then what we do is we just collapse it back again, and then this piece just rests on the top. So as you can see, it's just significantly shrunk, that back piece. So the legs are done. You just need to put the legs further up into the waist area, like that, just ever so slightly. And that's the legs done. Is we just pry open this back bit, and then we just roll out the robot mode arms. You probably might tell I might have done, because the hands can sort of collapse. I don't know whether they're supposed to be in this position or further this way. I don't know. I might have done it wrong. But anyway, doesn't matter for now. I can always figure it out another time. But yeah, so you just sort of extend these arms out. You just bring them up and out the way for now. Like that. Now what we do, that obviously there's the robot mode head. What we do now is collapse these inset legs individually, and what they will do, I think we need to twist this 120 degree around. Now what we do, one of the last things, we pull this, just pry that out the way, like so. And then rotate that piece inside, like that. And then we have the robot mode piece, and you just plug it back into position, like that. Yeah, this green bit, I had it the wrong way. You need to twist it kind of like 360 so that you have these represented. So what you do now is, should I say, is you collapse in the inset legs. There we go. So you just collapse those in. Now what we do is we twist this, and it comes over. It just comes over and tucks them legs in nicely, as you can see. And then what we do is collapse the rest of it. The back section comes up, making sure it is all separate. Yeah, once you put that chest, sometimes you might have to, just a little tip. Um, this backpack bit does pivot off a little bit for transformation. That can help you get these weird like shoulder pieces to go in properly. Finally got him in robot mode, so let's have a quick look at him then. As you can see, let's get a nice closer look at that that head sculpt. Even closer than that, I think. Yes, just look at this. Just look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? It has to be a feat of engineering. When our Robot Toys, I believe this is obviously their second figure that they've actually released. They've just sort of come out of nowhere. No, I don't know who there was originally, or if they're just a new company that's just set up shop. But for considering this is only the second offering by this company, it is absolutely leaps and beyond anything I've seen for a long time. It just looks gorgeous. Just everything about it. Let's turn it around, get a look see at that backpack and everything. Oh, just absolutely incredible. You've got individual hands as well. The fingers are individually moved, just as you would expect from a masterpiece scale. And then these on his head move as well individually. And then his mouth also can move. So you can, that jaw moves fully out, and then you can also open and close it one side at a time. So you can actually, like his signature thing where he has like a wonky, when he's talking sometimes. Anyway, so yeah, that's sorted now. But yeah, so the mouth can move, which is good. Just look at the colour, the purple on the bug eyes are just incredible as well. The paint application on this is beautiful. The articulation on it is sublime. Lovely little ratchet on those shoulders. Elbow, swivel, individual finger movement. Then for transformation as well, you've also got 360 swivel of the waist. You've got the leg can go up to there. It's a significant knee bend, and it got foot pivot and everything. Just an amazingly, articulated figure, and both modes of this are just unreal. Let me see if I can just stand him up, should I say, a little bit, and then I'll show you the accessories he comes with. He comes with an extra head. You can swap this head out with this other one. This one is all fixed, so these yellow and black things on the top of the head do not move in this. It's just all fixed. But if you noticed, it's a slightly different head. It has a weird tail on the side of it, and it has like blast effect on the eyes. I don't think, everything, the mouth doesn't move. It is literally just a moulded piece, but it is a really nice additional head. I'm probably not going to bother using this head. I'm happy with the head he's already got on, but if you wish to, it does have an extra head. It looks like a radio, I don't know, like a radio or some kind of apparatus, or maybe a game, I don't know. It reminds me of one of those, I got it the wrong way around, that's why, idiot. But yeah, so that's what it is. It some kind of scientific thing. It kind of reminds me of one of them fishing games. Does anybody remember from back when we was kids, back in the 90s? It used to be like a pocket handheld game, like a fishing game, and it had like you could like hold it like that, and it had like a little winder on the side for the reeling in the fish. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But you've got that. And then you've got this, which is probably the most beautifully painted gun I've seen in God knows how long. But just look at the paint application on this gun. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, so there's the accessories. So I'm just going to pop his gun in his hand. It is really quite simple. It has like a little port to peg sort of thing in the hand. So you just open the hand up, plug it in, blows up the fist, and there we go. That is just an amazing gun, and it really suits him very well. So there we are. That is pretty much what I can tell you. There's nothing more to it except for the accessories. Also, these wings as well, they are fully ball jointed, so they can move in all sorts of directions. It is a pretty, for a masterpiece scale figure, it is a relatively quite straightforward transformation. It's just a little bit fiddly on the midsection, getting everything into position. And also, like I said at the beginning of the review, I don't think I had it properly transformed to alt mode because it wouldn't peg in. It was a bit far away from pegging in. But anyway, like I say, this was my first attempt since I got this figure of transforming it. I think you've got a good idea of what to expect in both alt mode and robot mode. It is a beautiful figure, very tidy. The engineering on this is incredible. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back with more reviews very, very soon. And yeah, got this guy off of ShowZ store. So if you're looking for one, check out ShowZ store. I pre-ordered mine, so whether there's any available still, I don't know for general market, but I pre-ordered this. So if you're interested in getting this guy, then head on over to ShowZ store or any other store that stocks third-party, fourth-party Transformers, and you might be in luck. But thank you, happy shopping, and see you soon. Bye-bye.